cherries for them to take away tomorrow.
Well, it's beautiful out here.
I don't think our used to
And
ever
you
came
know
and did
another
anything
thing,
in
you're
the
not
yard.
going to find many weeds because I go out like this and I did, oh, there you go.
Yeah, we always hung out in the grass.
Yeah. Or maybe it's
Enough
because
of
we got
that.
here in the evening.
Yeah,
It was too late because of
garden in the
back.
I'll be right back. No,
So what type of a tree is this? This leaf here.
Nice and green out here. Grass looks so good.
It's not a linden.
Why don't you sit down and... Why don't you go sit down in the chair and make yourself at home?
Will you come over and sit down too?
will I hold my weight?
Yeah. Get a picture.
That's a good shot.
Right there.
That's a good one.
We'll get a picture.
I'll get a picture.
What, you got some tomatoes over there, Lois?
I don't know if you remember when I was with you and Lois coming home from Bob Jones through the Smokies and I got sick. Oh, those curves. Oh. That was sure fun. Well, you got some cherry tomatoes?
Okay.
I gave them all away. Oh, Tom just like it.
Tom likes those tomatoes.
Get in there and get a
Yeah, get in here with us,
picture.
Lois.
I'll be right
It'll be nice.
Good one. Super. You want me to?
Okay, here, now you guys get over here. Now
Well, you guys don't need to get up, but, well, that's okay.
to the girl.
Okay.
Red raspberry.
Okay, and then you get behind
Right.
Lois, you get behind over there.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Are they good? No wonder Tom ate so many.
Well, it might have to wait till heaven time, you know.
Well, this was like being in heaven, wasn't it, this weekend? I think so.
Okay, everybody look this way.
Yeah.
Now, bishops, you say?
I remember
That's what I
that,
wrote in my letter.
that flesh, you know who I mean?
Oh, yeah.
He was with us. It was in those years, I don't know. Well, I'll have to tell you about it anyway. It was a special time. Okay, we're loaded with the usual full bus on our way to Peoria. And kids were dressed nice, so Bob never had to holler cool it. And we got over into Peoria. Do you remember how when you go through on the interstate, how when you come to a road there'd be a bridge for the cars to cross, you know? Well, we were going along fine. It went under one. And wouldn't you know that before we almost got to the second one and the bus stopped.
Oh my goodness.
And you tried, Bob, to fix it, but we couldn't. And here we were, a busload of kids heading for Bishops. What were we going to do? Well, John Carlson, and I don't know who it was, with him, he went up the embankment, you know, and there was a house right up there. And he knocked on the door, and the man came to see who and what. And Pastor John said, you know, he says, we have a busload of young people down there, and the bus broke down. And would you care if I use your telephone so we could call home? And, oh, sure, come on in. So he called home.
They didn't have a cell phone?
Huh?
They didn't have a cell phone?
Oh, no, they didn't have cell phones. Or any of this stuff that you guys have. And he had to call home, and you know who he called? He called Jesse Watkins.
Yeah.
And Marion Mock. And kids, did you know Jesse died about 2 weeks ago?
I didn't know that.
94 years old. Well, anyway, but there we were, the call given to come and help us out. Do any of you remember this?
I don't think I went on that one.
I don't remember that one either.
And John Carlson was with you.
Well, do you remember this?
Yeah.
Not only did that man let Pastor John Carlson in the house, you know what he did? He got his car out and came down to the bus And carload after carload, he took us all into Bishop's. Now, wasn't that kind of special?
That was real nice. He must have been an angel, and we just didn't know.
Oh. But that's not all. Here we get there, and we have our meal. And you know, you young people were always real on your good behavior. Bob used to tell them, now remember who you belong to.
That's good.
Behave yourself.
That's good.
And so we had our meal, but you know what? It took a long time for a bus to come over all that distance. And we were through eating long before, and pretty soon it was time for the restaurant to close. And here we were waiting. And the lady at Bishop's, you behave yourself, Bob.
Yeah. Yeah, he's full of tricks.
And the lady that ran the place, she said to us, now we were closing, we let our help go and all of that, but she says, we think so much of your group. Now, isn't that something? You've been here so many times, and you've been, well, just a pleasure to have you. We're going to stay here and keep this open till your guy comes, so we didn't have to wander.
That was very nice.
But I thought that was such, you all know about it.
I like that story, Lois. Thanks.
That story today would not happen the same way. Today, you could not just go up to a house and ask for
Can you
somebody to help
imagine
you
that?
and to deliver all those kids like that, and for the place to stay
That's why I
open.
had to tell
It
you
wouldn't
about
happen today.
Well, can I share a story?
Everything about this was unusual.
In my ministry, I want to go. There's a deer in the yard over there, but it's like a dead little.
Yeah,
it's like a deer. Okay.
fake.
Well, there was a from our home in Michigan that her mom and dad moved to Arizona.